So good morning. Just waiting to see what's happening, if anybody turns up, making sure my settings are correct. As you can see, I've got a bit of COVID hair now. It's starting to grow out. So we'll just wait until it's exactly 10:30. Okay, it's 10:30, so very good morning to you. Today we're going to actually do something very quiet and calming, and we're going to do something that's more meditational and some breathing exercises. And we're actually going to do this today sitting down. Most of the exercises that I generally teach are standing up, but today we're just actually going to be sitting down for this. And as I'm talking, if you like to sort out a chair or a stool or a set of cushions or yoga blocks, whatever you might have around you, myself personally, I use a meditation stool, which is portable, and you can see the legs fold up, very useful. That purple thing's to stop it clattering. So because when you're closing it up, it does make a bit of a rattle. So I've got that to sit on, and I sit in a Japanese seating position, and also have this nice little cushion as well, which a bit of extra padding because I only got a skinny bum, you see. So I like a little bit of comfort. You don't know, it doesn't have to be austere meditation, by the way. You've got to find yourself into a degree of comfort, otherwise you might not wish to do it, and that would be very self-defeating. So hopefully you've got yourself in a good seated position. If you're sitting on a chair, what I'd recommend is that the edge of your bum, or should I say your bum should be sitting on the edge of the chair, and this enables you to have good posture, because if we go too much sitting back into a chair, we slump and we kind of curve our back after a while. So keeping our spine as straight as possible is important. That's one reason why I'm using a meditation stool, because it helps to pivot the back into a nice straight position, which then allows you to be more aware, because meditation is not a form of escapism. It is completely opposite. It's not about going out there, it's about going inside here. So that's my interpretation in any case. So hopefully you found a nice, comfortable position. And so we're going to do several things. We're going to connect with energies to allow energy to flow through our body. We're going to work with our breath, and especially with our abdomen, our belly. So we're breathing abdominally, which is then massaging our internal organs as the diaphragm is lifting up and down. A lot of people breathe in their chest. That can cause anxiety and panic attacks. It can get all locked up. So we want to be more relaxed, more centered in our belly, in our hara area. And it's these things that help to create a better meditation. Also, I must say about meditation, one of the great things about it is that it doesn't necessarily have to have any goals. In fact, no goals is the best of all. You know, a lot of human endeavors, a lot of human activities is about having a goal, doing this, doing that, so on and so forth. But what we're actually doing is doing something just for the pure hell of doing it. And why not? Why do we have to have a goal all the time? These things can be important, of course, but it also, I think there's another aspect of being a human being where we just simply, it's just nice to be. Okay. So, before we start, hands. Personally, I like to do this Zen style, which I'm going to move my camera. So I'm putting one hand on top of the other, and the fingers kind of lightly touching, like you're got a grain of rice in between them. Other people got other ideas. Some people might just want to do this, which is fine. The important thing is being relaxed, that your shoulders are relaxed, your elbows are down. And of course, some people do a kind of more yogic thing where they might have the hands, palms facing upwards, and they're bringing their index finger and their thumb together. Now, I'm not really too particularly bothered what you do, as long as you're comfortable and it feels right for you. And if it feels right, then it is right. Okay. So I'm going to put my hands just below my navel. And actually I've got a belt on my trousers, so I'm actually using that belt that belt's buckle to slightly support my hands. If you don't have such a thing, hang on a second, you can have a blanket, and you can, or a towel, or a top. I could take this top off and roll it up if necessary. So you could actually have your hands like this, if that helps you. It's good to explore these things and find out what's right for you. Okay, so hopefully we've got the preliminaries sorted. So if you like to have your hands where they feel comfortable, I'm just going to gradually talk you through various processes as we're going along. And there will be moments where there'll just be quietude as well. So I'm not going to be continuously speaking. So allowing your hands to go where you feel you're most happiest for them to be. And you can have your eyes closed or semi-closed. I actually prefer to have my eyes slightly open, but that's a personal choice. A lot of people prefer to close their eyes because it helps to bring their intention within. And if you're feeling sleepy, it's good to have your eyes ever so slightly open to allow the light to stimulate your brain, the old command center up top. But if you feel fairly awake or aroused, then perhaps you might prefer to close your eyelids. And for a moment, just allow yourself to settle down. Eyes closed or semi-closed. Being aware of the object that you're sitting on with a sense of groundedness. Your back, your spine should be straight, but your chest and shoulders are relaxed. We do not want to be too rigid, and we do not want to be too flaccid. Just finding that happy medium in between. Back is straight, but your chest and shoulders are relaxed. And you can breathe in through your nose. And you can either breathe out of your nose or breathe out of your mouth. But be aware of the breath at the tip of your nose. smooth and steady breathing. If your mind wanders, just go back to your nose. Be aware of the sensation of breath as you're slowly breathing in and ever so slowly breathing out. And as you're breathing in, be aware of your breath through your nasal passages. Being aware as you're breathing out. Being aware of your breath at the back of the throat. Being aware of the breath at the back of your throat. Being aware of your breath in your lungs. Feeling that your chest is expanding as you're breathing in. And contracting, relaxing as you're breathing out. And being aware of your breath in the lower part of your lungs, your lower part of your rib cage, feeling that expand as you're breathing in and contracting, relaxing as you're breathing out. And now as you're breathing in, feeling that your abdomen, your belly is expanding as you're breathing in and contracting, relaxing as you're breathing out. And don't worry if thoughts come into your mind. Just let them drift by like little fluffy clouds in the sky. And just focus on your breathing and the sensation of breath, the expansion of your belly as you're breathing in, and the contraction and relaxation of your belly as you're breathing out. Using your breath as a focal point to calm the mind. We're not suppressing the minds, we're not denying the minds, we're just quietening it down a little bit. And now being aware of the whole of your breath, the totality of your breath, feeding your breath through your nostrils and nasal passages, the back of the throat, lungs, rib cage, diaphragm just underneath the rib cage, the abdomen expanding, and allowing it all to slowly contract as you're relaxing on your out breath. So you have a sensation that your whole body is breathing. It's not just the lungs, it's your whole body that is breathing. And by doing this, we're giving space to our internal organs, which allows the energy to flow more effectively. We're giving space for our minds. The more inner space that we have, the more psychological space that we'll have, and the greater the level of being centered, relaxed but alert. As we're breathing deeply and slowly, we're helping to let go of tension, especially on an out breath. You can make your out breath that ever so slightly longer to let go. Letting go of unwanted tension, unwanted emotions. If you like, you can go on your out breath. Breathing in deeply and breathing out. Another thing you can do is on your out breath, you can count to 1 to 8. Some people might do 1 to 10, but I like 1 to 8. Breathing in and breathing out and quietly counting from 1 to 8 on your out breath, helping to really calm the mind. And you can also imagine, especially if you are a very visual person, you can try and imagine that your breathing is like the ebb and flow of the tides. Breathing in, the tide is coming in. Breathing out, tide is going out. And not only is our breath like the tide that comes in and out. But also, it's the cosmic tide, the expansive and contractive tides of the cosmos. We are not separate from the universe. We are the universe. We are not separate beings. We are all beings of interconnectedness. And where do our molecules come from? Our molecules come from the stars. We are actually made of stardust. And with that thought in our minds, smile. Have a sense of joyfulness, a sense of peace, a sense of happiness. And a deep sense of love. Okay, if you'd like to open up your eyes and you'd like to gently rub your hands together so we can wind our session down. Sometimes energy goes up when we're doing these processes, so we need to make sure that our energy is going down and centered down here, just below the navel. Okay, so with our hands, place them over our eyes. Relaxed eyes, relaxed forehead, relaxing the facial muscles. And bring our hands over our forehead, back of the head, along the jaw, down to your chin. And we do this up to 3 times. You can do it many times as you like, but it's just easy to explain it 3 times as a kind of a protocol for this type of live streaming. And so bringing your hands in front of your heart, then bring your hands down to your hara and separate the hands and gathering the energy that we've been cultivating and bring it down through the midline of the body. Bring that energy down just below the navel in the area called the Dantian energy center. So right hand for ladies, left hand for gentlemen, opposite one on top. And do 3 deep abdominal breaths to store the energy we've been cultivating this morning in this session. Okay, so thank you for joining. I hope that's been of use, and I hope that's helped to calm your mind down and makes you feel a bit more happier and vibrant in yourself. I certainly feel that way at the moment, so it's a good start of the day for me. Unfortunately, I won't be doing next Thursday because I have a prior appointment to attend. But we will be doing Qigong and Do-In next Wednesday on the 24th, 6:30 UK time. Subscribe. There's a subscribe button underneath this screen if you want to have notifications. And enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now. Oh, smile. It's really healthy for you. It's good to smile. It's good for your immune system. Bye.